You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
Hi there. I have a question. And it's a very serious one, and it's one that you really need to be concerned about. Is your tank infected? There's a lot of infection going on right now, particularly in the shoal. And I'm very concerned about it, and I'm wanting you to get on board with this right away. The question is your aquarium infected with nature? Is your aquarium infected with nature? Now, I want to show you some pictures. I went online and I looked up natural aquarium. Okay? Natural aquarium. And this is what I got. I mean, look at this. Look at these. Mercy. Scrolling open. Now, is that a natural aquarium? Well, here's the thing. It may be, but it may not be. And my hunch is it's not. This is not an aquarium that is infected with nature. Okay, here's what I mean by that. Let's take a look at a body of water that is natural. That's a natural body of water. I believe that's located in England. It's a muddy creek. Now, compare that to this. Where'd it go? Right there. Compare that with that. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? You're seeing, on the one hand, something very pretty. It is beautiful, isn't it? Stunning. And on the other hand, you're seeing a muddy ditch. Well, here's the thing. This muddy ditch has vastly more life in it than this beautiful aquascape. In point of fact, the biological life in terms of aquafauna and aquaflora, that is the microscopic life in this tank, is at an absolute minimum. If anything, it is discouraged. In this case, the aquaflora and the aquafauna, that is microscopic plants and microscopic animals, including bacteria and fungus, are at an absolute maximum. Unless, of course, some chemical has been dumped in there, but we're going to assume that's not the case, that this is a natural and healthy environment. All right. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the invasion of nature. And by nature, I mean natural systems, natural environments into your aquarium. This is something that has not been practiced virtually since about 1960, in the 60s. Prior to the 1960s, it was very common for hobbyists, fish hobbyists, to have natural environments. And why is that? Well, in part because that's all you could get. I got an email the other day from a delightful lady who reminded me of my childhood when she said, when I was a child, we didn't have the money to go to the pet shop and buy fish. So I went out in the local creek and I collected everything I put in my tank. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. I was able to see so many things living and growing and thriving. And now I go to the shop and I bring stuff home and set it up the way they want you to, and it all dies. It gets sick. Fish don't thrive. Why is that? What's going on here? Well, it's very simple. What's going on is the industry, the tropical fish industry, is essentially trying to replace nature with products that can be sold in a store. They can be put in a bottle, in a box, in a bag, and can be sold. And they're not going out to the local ditch to collect it. Oh no, none of that. We will have none of that. This is all pure, you see. These are pure products. These are enhanced and created in our very best laboratories, you see. So what do we have? We have a sterile environment as the ideal for maintaining life. Anyone who knows anything about raising healthy children or healthy pets or healthy anything is perfectly clear about the fact that living in a natural environment is a whole lot safer than living in an environment that is pristine and sterile. Why is that? Because nature protects its own. Nature has ways of being able to deal with and overcome those natural critters that are dangerous, that may become a problem. And in truth, the biggest problem in terms of nature in a tank is when there is not enough of it, when it is kept away until something invades and then explodes and kills everything. That's what happens. And that happens because of the attempt to try to maintain a sterile environment. A sterile environment, I'll say it, is the most unhealthy environment you can possibly have in an aquarium. It guarantees sickness, disease, and death. It guarantees that that water will foul. And how does it do that? By not having adequate variety, diversity, biodiversity, if you will, to be able to apply controls to those bacteria or parasites or whatever it is that comes into the tank that has the potential to threaten your fish. If the environment they're coming into is pristine and there's nothing else there, oh boy, party time. Look at this, boys. We got this whole place to ourselves. Ain't nobody getting to get in our way. And they go about the business of replicating. See, I could have said something else there. Try to keep this child friendly. Replicating and multiplying and more and a bigger and bigger party until they begin attacking everything that's alive in that tank, which includes the fish and the plants, until they're dead. So, what do we do about this? What do we do about this? I'm afraid that the solution to the problem, is to do that which you are told to never, never, never do. Do what you are told not to do, and you will have a healthy aquarium. What are you told not to do? Oh, don't introduce that. That's out of the creek. That's dirty. It has bugs in it. Don't do that. Don't put anything in there. Boil it first. Boil it good. Boil it up. Burn it. Dump it in acid. Clean it out with soap. Use soap and water. Scrub it real good. Get it super duper clean. Then you put it in your tank. Am I right or not? Isn't that what you're told? Isn't that what they tell you to do? Tell them to take it down the street where people are stupid. Okay? It's stupid. It is stupid to do that because you're introducing death. You're not introducing life. When you bring death into something, what happens? Becomes dead, doesn't it? Don't put dead in your tank. Put life in your tank. How can we possibly break through with this when there is such an overwhelming influence in the industry at large to prevent the very thing you are most needful of doing? I don't know. This is a struggle. This is a real struggle. I think what we need is brave soldiers. We need hobbyists who are willing to go beyond that half an inch of gravel in the bottom of your tank and a lot of chemicals in there to kill everything, and then put some fish in and feed it a whole lot. That'll kill it. That'll kill it quick. We need people willing to go beyond that and willing to take the risk of admitting that Mother Nature knows best. A natural environment is a healthy environment. It's a whole lot healthier than one full of chemicals now, isn't it? Foreign chemicals, killing chemicals, the kind of chemicals that create death. Let nature infect your aquarium. Let nature infest your aquarium. Let nature take it over and run with it. Get out in the creek. Collect a jar full of mud and water and gunk and dump it in your tank. Now, you can do this in a way that's clean and orderly by putting it in before you put the water in, cap it with a couple inches of sand, carefully put the water in. That works fine. That's really what I recommend. But don't think for 1 minute that dumping a handful of mud from a creek into a tank is a bad thing to do, because it's not. It is the healthiest thing you can do for that aquarium. Don't be afraid to let your tank get dirty. That is the beginning of life. Remember, let's go back. through our muddy creek. The muddy creek. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. But what about this? That's gorgeous too, isn't it? You betcha. Let's just do it with an eye to allowing nature to thrive. You understand what I'm saying? Let nature come into this system. Bring that mud in. Then you can grow those plants and build that beautiful aquascape. But let the foundation be a natural foundation. Let it be based on life and not based on death. We got all that? I'm going to try to play my granddaughter's little introduction again. This is my 10-year-old granddaughter who goes by the name Nala. Here's Nala. Let's see if I've got it. I think I got it.
You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
Yes. Do enjoy the video. And do enjoy your aquarium and enjoy what God can give you in your aquarium, what He has created, what He has brought into being. Bring that into your aquarium and you will begin to really enjoy and to really understand what these little glass boxes are really all about. Thank you for coming in and being a part of this video. Join us on Discord. We chat about these and many other things every day. Catch up with us on Friday evenings at 8:30, Sunday evenings at 6 with Shelby and Mary Page. Delighted to be with you. Bless you all. Bye for now.